Welcome to the bold analysis. Court banned the current trade CS, Moses Kuria, from insulting or rather using those obscene words against the journalists. And today, even while speaking in, I think, Muranga, he still referred to journalists as, I don't want to mention that word. He still used the same words against the journalists. For quite some time, this issue has been addressed and has been interpreted, maybe understood as Kuria versus media. But that is not it. That is not it, because today, I think he was challenging Nandi Senator Cherargei that as cabinet secretaries, they're not supposed to politic, but they've been forced to come out and defend government and rather to politic simply because the likes of Cherargei are quiet or are not doing enough to counter what is happening in the public, and the media and the opposition are setting the agenda and they are carrying every narrative that is going on with them is sailing in a clear messaging that what is coming in public, or rather his objective in public, is just to counter what opposition and the media is doing. I think we need to create some distinctions, a very thin line, but it's there. Opposition bit of is they can critique, but they also critique with an angle of what they want the public to understand. As in, they spin the information in a manner that there is a way they want the public to understand information. Now that is media, because that is opposition, because now the political aspect of it, or anything, they must give it a political, they must gain a political capital. Now, the media will say it as it is and interpret it. But the challenge here is that there are not two governments, there is only one government. So when the media says the truth, and sometimes the truth might not be good news, that's it. And then you find out that you're this kind of a child that you're always corrected. Your maths teacher keeps on correcting, keeps on correcting you, and instead of asking yourself, try to find out, why am I normally late to school? Now the teacher hears the media. When I'm late to school, you complain to the teacher that why do you normally cane me? Yeah, that's it. Instead of asking themselves, why is it that there are so much negative stories about us? You are asking, why are you saying the negative stories about us? While yourself, you are not discrediting that you have both good and bad stories. What you should ask yourself is, why is it that there are those many negative stories than positive about you? Instead of asking why the media is telling them. Now, this is what I'm saying. In that statement, Moses Kuria is trying to say very well, supporting what the president said the other day, that I want to protect media and protect Moses Kuria, because if I stop Kina Moses Kuria from talking, who is going to protect me? So he's been sent, or rather he's been unleashed in the public just for some protectionism. But a president that has the machinery and the intelligence and even a national broadcaster at his disposal, where will he have to equip and use, try to brand, or let me say, to make a CS go rogue in public under the guise of protection? Why will he? He has competent communication team across different ministries. He has political and communication advice and economic advisors. He has full intelligence about what's happening and what's to be done. He has even some national broadcaster, one of the that one has frequencies everywhere, and the government. Why will he still go to use a CS to protect? And clearly, it points out one thing, that the defense of the president is deliberate by Moses Kuria and Rigathi Gachagua. They want to project themselves, like, for example, someone like Moses Kuria knows very well that things have not been so good. And they want to project themselves as people who are protecting or rather defending William Ruto. You know, the defending, people are just creating a political narrative. They know very well that if there is a public, if there's a survey to be done in public to ask amongst William Ruto's cabinet who should be fired, I may not be shocked to see Moses Kuria maybe in top 5 in that list. Maybe. That publicity has not yet worked. But then it is a political narrative that has been there. So as far as he's saying it has not, others are not talking, that's why they are talking, clearly is confirming they have been unleashed for a purpose. What I want to answer here is that question, why the Chirergays are not boldly defending William Ruto. The Chirergays in my context number 1 is the Kalenjin allies around William Ruto have gone silent. They only come when there is something trending and everyone is giving a general opinion. That's that. If you compare that and the time, even first 2 months of William Ruto's power, or even before that election, you'll actually see a total difference. But our good friends from Kikuyu land around William Ruto have allowed themselves to be used to say everything. When William Ruto wants to say the economy is bad, you bring some few Kikuyus here and take them to some church service and they say the economy is bad. When you want to defend about expenditure, I am expending. For example, I listened to Rigathi defending William Ruto's expenditure. I'm like, why is it that William Ruto's people are not defending him? Why are they quiet? But the game of people are being sent and unleashed every day. If today is not Rigathi, or it is not Kuria, or it is Kimani Ichung'wah, or it is Dede Nyoro, or it is John Medhu, you know, it will always be someone. Why is it that coincidence? And people are not seeing it. William Ruto's allies are quiet because, let me tell you, the spree of appointing Kalenjin people in government is already creating a lot of discussion. And if there is something that will not see them, even when more Kalenjins are appointed, it's true, the other day there was a revocation of a Kikuyu for a Kalenjin. Those who will come, I think it was Irungu Nyakea, who came and said that when Daniel Rono was revoked for Irungu Nyakea to be the KEMSA chairperson, and I'm like, that was a corruption thing. He came out and said, why is it that when a Kikuyu is appointed and Kalenjin is revoked is not a topic? You even realize that even in the context of appointment of members of Kalenjin tribesmen into government, those who are defending Uhuru are not even those Kalenjins. You know, those who are defending Ruto, rather, I mean. So there are 3 issues. There's some 3 things happening here, and I want you to get it. UDA members are not even well informed of what is happening. I was listening to the news gang. I like that. I like that content. And Sam Gituku confessed that during live interviews, even after off the mic, even some of the vocal UDA MPs that appear in the screens, there are quite a number of things that they are tongue-tied to comment about because they don't really even understand. So even, in fact, he was saying that even those who you believe, you see and you believe they really understand, They can't comment. There are questions, if you ask them, they can't answer. They will tell you, we also don't understand. It's because people have been caged. So one of the reasons, and I think Moses Kuria should understand, is what they are doing in the cabinet and the deals with William Ruto. Quite a number of other people are not involved and do not even know. I know to date, I have a very, let me not mention her, is a MP. And I think I was asking about G2G. I've been analyzing it. I've been consistently analyzing government-to-government deal, that oil deal. And I tried to ask her, just informal, like, what exactly is, it was just some wobbling here and there, and she could not explain. She could not actually defend it, but she was just like, story, and could not give an explanation about it. People don't understand. Number two, the deal makers are eating, cartels are running government, and William Ruto is working closely with those who funded him. Those are the people he's working with, by the way. Go and do your research. Some of big tenders that have been given in UDA administration, and try to profile those who have been given and try to make a connection between them and the politics of 2022, you'll find a very straight line. The connector, the dots are connecting. And because of that, the legislators and quite a number of other people have been left out. The president is running it with other people. Lastly, backlash from voters. It is true that even MPs are under pressure, even after passing finance bill. Quite a number of them are just spending time here in Nairobi. They don't want to go to their community because they don't want to attend the chief barazas and those sessions because Kenyans are still talking about it and Kenyans are still asking them. So they don't want backlash because even in the Kalenjin land and Kikuyu, that's where people were asking a lot of questions. Is this what we chose? Is this what we wanted? And I want to play for you this song, this 50 minutes, and it was released by some fellow about betrayal. So the question of political betrayal is really, really, really bold.
Nilikuwa nimewawarn. Kumbe mama mboga alikuwa ni Aisha Juma. Kumbe mama mboga alikuwa Penina Malonza. Mtu wa boda boda alikuwa ni Bwana Mutua. Mtu wa boda boda alikuwa ni Bwana Mutua. Mtu wa baisikeli alikuwa Ababu na Mwamba. Mtu wa baisikeli alikuwa Ababu na Mwamba. Mtu wa jua kali alikuwa Kithure Kindiki. Mtu wa jua kali alikuwa Kithure Kindiki. Mwanabiashara mdogo alikuwa ni Moses Kuria. Mwanabiashara mdogo ni malaya wa Aga Khan. Asla mashinani oh, asla mashinani oh, ni adeni ndwale. Asla mashinani oh, ni adeni ndwale.
And this is something that I think the Moses Kuria are just out. It's no longer about attacking nation or so. No. It's not about nation. This thing is just deeper, and someone is just trying to create a niche for himself and make himself very relevant. Whether if there is another person that has really created relevant, a lot of political, clout is Moses Kuria, and it has nothing to do with it. And in fact, he's just trying to ring-fence his job. Because imagine if today is to be fired as a CS, what will he gonna say? So that's my take, and thank you very much for those who are also supporting. I'm still saying thank you very much for supporting the Children's Home visit. I believe that Sunday by afternoon we'll be able to, of course, do the donation so that we support their feeding program. Thank you.